Go ahead and get started with offensive coordinator and tight ends coach Chip Long. We'll open it right up for questions for Coach Long. Rod, if you want to start us off.
The installation of the offense, how do you feel that's going? How have the players adapted to what you're trying to do?
No, I think they're doing a great job. You know, we were lucky this summer. The NCAA allowed us to have about 2 hours a week being on the field with them with the installation, and you know, to be able to carry that from what we did from the spring over has helped a great deal. I think the kids have done a good job. We like to install a lot early, right? Kind of see what works, build off of it, so we can keep repping it. I think there's might have been one day we might have pulled back a little bit, but been very, very pleased with what they've been able to handle and execute at a high level. But they've done a great job since the moment spring ball's been over through the summer and up to today. You know, for young kids it is. You know, it's frustrating, but that's just natural. That happens a lot. But, you know, the older veteran guys, they've done a nice job. Anytime you install something new, it takes a little bit of time. But, you know, we had a good 2-minute session today. Didn't have any penalties with alignment. You know, the more penalties we receive are fall starts, you know, that you get a lot in fall camp. So we got to cut back on that. But been pleased with, you know, the volume they have to have with their splits, being able to line up and executing a legal formation has been good.
Ken?
Having your first day in full pads, what do you think is going to be?
You know, I think these kids have been physical. We haven't been in full pads, you know. I didn't see a major difference today. One of the things I've been pleased with, you know, there's a certain style that we like to play that I believe in and a physicality we want to have, and I think they match that and have really done that every day. Today was just, they just put pants on. Really, full pads, the same thing as shells. Now we still want them off the ground, but been really pleased with the intensity in certain drills and the pride they're starting to take in being a physical football team in all positions.
Rod again.
To the untrained eye, when you're watching the one-on-ones and the two-on-twos, it seems like maybe the offense has a little bit of an advantage. Is that what you see? Or?
Yeah, with the way Jeff's throwing, I think we do. I don't ever go out to one-on-ones. I go down and be with the big fellas for the inside run. I think it's important that their coordinators down there so they know the importance of that physicality and how much we believe in running the ball. But, you know, it's been back and forth. One day the receivers have had a good day. The next day the DBs have had a good day. So it's been a good, healthy competition. But, you know, anytime you're quarterback on, it's hard to stop that.
It seems like the slot receivers are really running some good routes. Does that maybe change the way you look at how you game plan, that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we're so early. You know, really fall camp, the first 14 days, I'm all about Georgia Tech galvanizing this offense. And then the next 2 weeks, we'll be getting ready for our first opponent. So we'll move them all over the place, kind of find out what they're good at, what they might have a knack for. But those three have been doing a nice job since spring ball. They have good quick twitch. For their size, they're strong with the ball. They don't seem to get hit. You'd like them to be a little bit bigger just to take care of themselves. But, you know, all three of those love football and they love to practice and compete. And just it's been fun to coach.
Patrick.
Sorry about my voice, guys. It's that time of year.
Coach Long, is it fair to ask a question at this early standpoint that your run-first offense, is it?
Yeah, we'd love to.
By week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we always want to establish the run. I mean, if we can't run, we're going to be hurting. But that's the mentality we like to have. With our ability to play a little bit of tempo and with our RPO, it kind of bounces out pretty good. But you always want to try to be 60-40 run pass. You know, but a lot of that dictates the defense we play. You know, if it's an 8-man box or 2-eye, you know, it can be different. In one game, you might be hot running the ball, or Jeff might be hot throwing it. You know, so you always want to play to their strengths. But absolutely, we want to be a run-first team. You know, I just believe that helps you win in the fourth quarter and help close out games.
Bronson.
Yes, sir. From your point of view, seeing what the on-the-field product was last year, how do you feel like the offense has changed coming into this year, you know, just through the spring?
Yeah, you know, I really hadn't considered or really cared about what they did last year. You know, I know what it looks like. I know what it sounds like. I know what working hard looks like and the kids training and doing what I want, trying to meet the standard of what I want. And I think these guys are doing a good job. Just from the spring, you know, a lot of it was new to the summer, and these first 6 practices, I think they're getting comfortable with me, my style, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm blessed with an unbelievable coaching staff, and I've been really pleased with that and the way they've handled each group. I think the kids see that and gain a lot of confidence, and they're playing well, and you can see that. But you know, it's all about what kind of effort, what kind of physicality, and our ability to play smart winning football. You know, the thing I harp on the most are penalties, right? Snaps, taking care of the ball. I don't think we can talk about that enough, especially if you want to win close games, and that's what we're going to have to do.
Good.
The offensive line, from what you saw in the spring, just obviously the first couple days here, what's your level of confidence as far as like them being able to do what they need to do?
Yeah, you know, I've been really pleased. I think they did a great job. The moment spring ball got over, we still had about a month or a little over a month before they were able to leave, and they really did a great job in the weight room. You know, our offense starts there, and I think they really devoted themselves this summer. They all got stronger. They all got more confident, trimmed up when they needed to trim up, and then they're seeing the benefits of it. Obviously, you add a couple of the transfers. Paul Teo now is back in the mix, you know, so you're getting bigger and stronger and guys who played some football. But I think just their body makeup and the confidence they have in their body is totally different than it was in the spring, and you can see it. You know, we're not flopping on the ground, missing, and they're just getting more and more confident each and every day.
Time for a couple more for Coach Long. Rod?
You got Coach Alexander now at the wide receiver position. How is his familiarity with what you're trying to do help you guys when you're in?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Me and Dell, we've been in a lot of wars together. I think this is his 3rd tour of duty with me. So just having him there is such a comfort level for me. He knows what I'm about, what my dislikes and likes are, and he's a great coach. I mean, he's a great teacher. The kids are going to believe in him. He believes in the physicality that you have to play that position if you want to be a great player. But, you know, just not even Dell, but Coach Winkie, Brent Key, you know, just our entire staff, being able to bring Jim Chaney, a great friend of mine, to be an analyst, you know, it's one of the better staffs I've ever been a part of. And the chemistry and the way we get along and communicate it's been a lot of fun and very refreshing.
Coach Long, can you give us a rundown on the tight ends? I know, again, it's early, but it's a special focus for you. And I guess specifically, you look for them to be a big part of your offense overall. Again, it's a game-to-game thing, I know, but in general, you look for them to be a big part.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You know, I've been pleased with them. I mean, some of them had a slow start as normal with the install. I think they get more comfortable, but I really like the way the offensive line have really helped their bodies. You know, been able to sustain drives and collisions they weren't necessarily able to in the spring. And there's good competition right there. I mean, I feel good about the 3 guys that we have that can play with PJ, Dylan, and Luke. And then obviously Billy Ward is coming on. We need him to keep growing up. But, you know, most places I've had about 2.5 guys that play. So being able to have a deep role, you know, it enables us to keep guys fresh and healthy and still playing at a high level. But, you know, there's a long ways to go, all right? They got to keep elevating their game, a little bit more consistent, catching the ball. That's probably the biggest disappointment, but I can live with that. We can get that taught. But I've really enjoyed their physicality and how hard they're working.
The last questions. Ken, take the last one here.
This team has had some trouble in the red zone, and that's not even heard of things because of the when you get into that area, are there things that you can put more emphasis on, whether it's pace or formation or whatever it is that you can be able to do that?
Yeah, we want to run the ball down there, right? I'm a firm believer. You want to score touchdowns in the red zone, you have to have a great run game. And you got to believe in when we get down there scoring touchdowns. Obviously, you know, what they do defensively, we have to have answers for. But, you know, you have the ability for the quarterback to be an option right there. He's not really accounted for, so that's a great asset. You know, those teams that I've had have been a lot of those runs by quarterbacks, and that helps. But it's a mentality. You know, it's being able to sustain the drive and finish the drive and getting in the end zone. We don't want field goals, right? But it's our ability to run the ball in the end zone, right, that sets us apart.
Coach Long, thank you.
You bet, guys.
We appreciate it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start with questions for Dylan Leonard. Rod?
Coach Long mentioned that he's pleased with the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end, what have you seen in the competition?
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of good players. Luke, who's here with me, he's great player, came from Syracuse, fast as all get out. So me and him kind of have, different strengths to our games where, he can sometimes, stride out a little more than I can, or I'm a little bigger dude than he is, so I have a little different strengths than him. So we complement each other a lot. So I think that's great because we push each other, and also in the offense we can have different roles that, we highlight our skill set a little better than the other. So it's been good competing against him. And then we also have PJ coming in from the receiver group, and he's a fast guy, great route runner, and he's been getting better in the box, being physical and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's really good having those two guys come in because they're pushing me to be better. I can see parts in their game where, they may be doing better than me at, and, I can learn from them and sharpen my game in those aspects. So it's been good, and we all complement each other really well. So it's been great.
Next. Ken?
What's your sense of just like how much you guys will use 12 personnel?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure we'll use 12 a good bit. We're still, in that part of install. We're installing stuff every day. A lot of stuff that we already installed in the spring, but I mean, we got great talent in the room, and I know Coach is going to utilize it. So I'm sure we'll run a good amount of 12 personnel. I don't see why we wouldn't. We all love that. I mean, if we could pick, we'd have 14 personnel out there, but we can't quite do that. But now we actually did that one time on accident on 7-on-7. We're low on receivers, and we had all of us tight ends out there, and we actually scored a touchdown on that play. So Coach Long was happy about that. So, but yeah, more tight ends the better. I love it.
Go ahead.
You have some formations next year where you have to line up in tight next to the tackle.
Yeah.
How does that change the way you play your game? Maybe in the past you weren't used to doing?
Yeah, I mean, last year we were in tight a good bit, honestly. As far as formationally wise, I'm not really too uncomfortable. There's not much new. Ooh, cramp. Ooh. Okay, it went away. Ooh, let me get some water. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's the first time that happened to me. Question was lining up inside. Yeah. And I mean, we just been getting stronger, so that's helped me a lot down inside. And I got great competition on the DNs, going against Kyle Kennard and Keon every day, and so it's getting me better. And I'm comfortable inside, and I'm definitely a little more inside sometimes than the other tight ends. And I also split out a lot too when they come in. So, I mean, it's really nothing I'm not used to. So yeah, it's been good.
Patrick?
Dylan, you have a favorite route over the middle on possession situation? Would you rather
I mean,
go over the middle, or do you don't care? Is it okay?
yeah, I like going down the middle. I like going deep balls. Sometimes Coach Long gives those someone else a little more than me sometimes, but I like going deep and trying to go up and get the ball. But I don't really have a preference inside. I just like getting the ball thrown to me. So I'm really hoping to get that this year, and I think I will. So yeah.
Rod?
Heard a lot about Coach Long wants a quick release offense.
Yeah.
As a receiver, that's, imagine you have to get into your routes quicker, or
Yeah.
is that an issue?
Yeah, I mean, I think initially he's just he's definitely a high-paced offense kind of guy. He likes things to happen quick. So, I mean, we've been adjusting our game to that, trying to, get to our spots as quick as possible, get our head around so Jeff can see us. And as a tight end group, we really just want to be that position that's that security blanket for Jeff. So, he's getting pressure. He can always just look to us and know that we'll be, reliable for him. So just get into our spots as fast as possible and presenting our, big bodies to be able to give Jeff a big target. That's what we're definitely looking to be for Jeff this year. Just that security blanket that, he can always rely on. And he obviously air it out outside of the receivers and stuff like that, but ball have it break loose, just dish it to us and stuff like that. So, yeah, we've been working on that a lot this fall camp for sure.
Okay.
To that end, like when you guys are working on the up-tempo stuff,
Yeah.
are there things that Coach Long emphasizes as far as we want to be able to snap the ball in the next 7 seconds, or as soon as you're on the ground, you got to get it as quick as you can, or things like that? That you say like these are
Yeah, so like for example, we rep 2-minute drill today, so we kind of take pride in 2 minute because our tempo is always 2 minute. But as far as just like things after the play, like we get the ball outside the numbers, we get out of bounds. Obviously not if it's not 2 minute, but he really emphasized on getting up and handing the ball to the ref right away. To he didn't have to take time to set it up so he can get set. So, but he's always preaching that fast pace, get to the ball, get the ball to the ref, and go. So it also is something we gotta improve and just get in shape. And it's kind of, no matter how much running you do, it's kind of hard to get into football shape, and that practice and just doing that is kind of helping. I mean, all of us, you're talking about from day one till now, just 5 days to just get in that football shape is very different than running shape. So just having all these practices back to back to back is getting our legs in shape, and also being able to get our breath and stuff like that. So the more we rep it, the better we get at it, the faster we get. So yeah, he harps on that a lot though.
Anything more for Dylan? Ron?
Is the first thing you're doing when you do that is when you get up is looking for the sideline to see where you're supposed to go?
Yeah, his first thing, hand the ball to ref, sideline. So that's the process when we get the ball, ref, sideline. So yeah.
Anything else? All right, Dylan, thanks.
Sweet, thank y'all.
Got some water. I take. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Luke Benson, tight end. Questions for Luke? Go ahead, Ron.
Came in early spring, practice. So how's the transition been for you over that?
It's been good. It's been good. I've been, we've got some good, tough practices, and we're, getting after it. Now we're starting to get into the midsection where the real work's done, and it's been a good transition. Looking forward to just keep getting better.
Bronson.
Dylan mentioned that your speed was excellent, and as far as the single practice, make the uptick on your speed.
Yeah, it definitely, it helps. And but I did hear Dylan say that, getting in football shape, that, you can run all summer, but so these first 5 days you see guys, today, like, we ran a tempo period and it looked a lot better than it might have had on day one, because we're just getting in. Everybody's got to get back into football shape, so we're just working on that.
Ken.
When you were at Syracuse, you played in the 3,000. I'm curious, is that sort of tempo? Is it kind of the same wherever? Are they similar? Are they different in the way you guys do things?
I remember saying in the spring, a lot of the stuff you learn just from, if you've never been in a tempo offense, you learn, how to look to the sideline when you're running back to the ball, or if you see a guy running towards you, back to the signaler, you can tell him, hey, whatever the play is. So, you pick up tips and tricks like that, which everybody has been picking up. That definitely helps. But the speed is really just at the capabilities of the offense, and I think we've been doing a very, very good job of just getting better at it every day.
Rod.
Naturally, you're working with a good quarterback. How's things for them for you, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff looks awesome out there. He's throwing a great ball. I've enjoyed working with him. He's a great communicator. When we have something good happen, something bad happens, he's good at pulling you aside and saying, "Hey, this is what I want." And he's vocal in that aspect, that he knows what coach wants and he knows what he wants. So I really appreciate that about a quarterback.
Ken.
Do you know what your contribution
No, I think I was just in the summer we do, because we got the catapult things. I think I was like just shy of 21 miles per hour. I don't think I hit it, but I know I was up there ish.
Anything more? Ken.
Another thing that Coach mentioned, I asked about being effective in the red zone and crossing over. You mentioned how you got to run the ball first. I'm curious if that's something you noticed or kind of picked up on when you went back to the as well. If that's sort of emphasis on how you got to be effective in the ball.
Yeah, he's 100% correct. You got to run the ball to pass the ball, and down there especially, because a lot of the stuff anybody does down there from a passing perspective is right off of the run game. So he harps on the physicality down there. You got to win in the trenches. So we're going to buy into that and work on that.
Following up on that, Luke, it might be early to ask this, but if your run play is going wide to your side, does it matter to you to develop a chemistry or feel for the running back to be carrying the ball? That particular run play to come to your side?
I mean, it's a good question, but I wouldn't say that one is any different than the other from the standpoint of being behind me. In front of me, it might, help knowing who's out there, because if I'm running to go get another blocker, I know if a guy's going to cut back or keep running. But they follow their track, and those running backs, they've been, all of them been having a really good start to fall.
Is there a particular type of block that you relish as a tight end to be able to catch maybe a linebacker or not for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say one in particular. We've been working combos today with the tackles, and it's nice when we get to, I like when we see something, we get the communication right, and then we execute well, and that's what I like.
Rod?
You talking about running the ball in the red zone, you played with the ball there, that's with Syracuse. What have you seen from the running backs here?
They're a deep group. They all work really, really extremely hard. They've been looking good so far. They, just like everybody, getting better every day, and I've enjoyed watching them. It's fun watching them go compete. One guy breaks off a big run, next guy hops in, he wants to do the same, so he does, and it's exciting to watch.
I asked
Patrick, go ahead.
I asked Dylan about deep routes, and you were talking about your speed. Are you going to be able to parlay that into primary golf and you go on a deep route?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's, my speed definitely helps when that is, my job to do so, but tight ends, we got to do everything. So whatever, we get asked to do, we work on it every day, and we go and do it. But yeah, the speed definitely helps when I do got to run down there and catch the ball.
Ken, wrap us up. Actually, got the mic back to you.
You've been in Atlanta this 8 months or so. What's been your experience living in a different part of the country?
You're saying the last 8 since I've been here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. I like Atlanta. I like this beautiful campus, Georgia Tech. School's been great, and I said in the spring it was beautiful out, and thank God we have a good, beautiful day today. But it definitely gets a little hotter down here. But dealing with that, getting used to it, and I enjoy it. So it's been good.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke.
Yep.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.